What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about silver and gold and quite a bit about a big reason inflation is likely to get worse, at least in the short term. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel, come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, and of course, go and get your 2 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Everything is linked in the description. So today is Monday, February 21st, 2022. The current spot price of silver as I'm filming the video is $23.87. It's down 5 cents or down 0.21%. Spot price of gold is $18.9360. It's down $5.60 or down 0.29%. And the gold to silver ratio is in the 79-to-1 range. But of course, that's as I'm filming the video, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be talking quite a bit about silver and gold, mainly silver. And as you can see on display, have a nice little selection of different coins, rounds, and bars, different denominations, different levels of purity. But before we can even get into the money, I think we need to first talk about the currency. More specifically, a key factor that is likely to drive up inflation even more, at least in the short term, as well as make supply chain issues even worse. So for those of you that have been asleep at the wheel, inflation's really bad right now. We started the year off in January with the release of the December inflation report. And because of the data, we learned that inflation had climbed all the way up to 7%. Then a week and a half ago, we got January's data, and we found out that inflation has climbed even higher, up to 7.5%. Now at the moment, there doesn't seem to be anything in the world going on right now that could lead to inflation lowering in the short term. I've been doing a lot of reading. I've been listening to a lot of interviews. I've been crunching a lot of numbers, and I haven't found one person that's optimistic about the short term when it comes to inflation. Nobody thinks that inflation will lower anytime soon. This is something that a lot of people are anticipating and bracing themselves for, lasting the entire rest of the year and potentially even into early next year. Not a good sign. But in fact, the general assumption isn't even that prices will stay high, but rather go even higher. And it seems to already be being built in ahead of time, probably to prepare us a few weeks in advance before the next inflation report comes out around March 10th for all of the data collected for the month of February. Politicians are already starting to come out and say that what's going on between Russia and Ukraine is likely to further disrupt the supply chain, which would lead to higher gas prices and more shortages of other supplies. For example, I recently learned how important both Russia and Ukraine are when it comes to semiconductors. This was news to me. Keep in mind, we're already going through a chip shortage. So what we're seeing going on between those two countries right now could make the shortage even worse. But what I recently learned was how big of a player Ukraine is when it comes to the lasers needed for etching into microchips, and how big of a player Russia is when it comes to palladium production, also necessary for microchips. So long story short, if Russia does in fact invade Ukraine, not only could it lead to an all-out war that you better believe the US would be all over because we can't seem to mind our business, but a war obviously wouldn't be good, but it would also almost guarantee the worsening of the chip shortage that's already really bad. And with the demand for products like consumer electronics, phones, laptops, TVs, refrigerators, the list goes on, it's likely to drive up prices even higher than the high prices we're already seeing today. So that's some of the information that we have so far. That's some of what I learned over the weekend. Now, before we get into the silver and the gold, I just wanted to quickly throw my opinion on this out there. I'm wondering what it's going to take for a company right here in the US to open up a microchip semiconductor manufacturing branch within their company. A company like Google or Apple or Tesla or something like that. I'm wondering if something like that will come from all of this. Because remember, we wouldn't even have a supply chain crisis if we actually made stuff here. We don't make anything. We buy everything from everyone else. And not to say that what we're going through right now is a good thing, but maybe it'll serve as somewhat of a wake-up call or something like that. But either way, those are some of my thoughts on the whole situation. I wish I could report on how the stock market is reacting to all of this today, but the stock market is closed due to the holiday. Boring. I don't like when the markets are closed. I don't even like the weekends anymore. But hey, at least you can still go and get your 2 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. If you refer 1 friend, you'll get a chance to win a free share of Google stock. If you refer 3 friends, you get a guaranteed $150 worth of Apple stock. Those promos end this month. You only have 1 week left. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. So now moving away from stocks, moving away from Russia and Ukraine, moving away from supply chain constraints, moving away from inflation, moving away from all of that. Let's now talk about the silver and the gold. Mainly the silver. So sitting here on display, nice little selection. Switched it up a little bit for this week. We got the 5-ounce Aztec calendar around. We have some 1-ounce silver bars. We have some 5 and 10-ounce silver bars. We have some Queen's Beasts, some Mercury dimes. I think there are even some Roosevelt dimes in there, if I'm not mistaken. Some Creatures of the North in the bottom corners, and some miscellaneous coins in the center at the bottom. So what I wanted to talk about today wasn't anything overly structured. I had just been thinking about it over the weekend. In fact, over the weekend I filmed a vlog for the Precious Metals VIP Club, and it's going to be titled something along the lines of Working for Freedom. Because I stumbled upon this quote recently, and it was something along the lines of, we use our time to buy money, which should say currency, but I'll let that one slide. We use our time to buy money. We use our money to buy assets. We use our assets to buy wealth, and we use our wealth to buy freedom. I really liked the way that sounded, and I made probably a 15 minute long video for the VIP Club discussing that. But I wanted to quickly talk about that here as well, because that's kind of how I see the silver and also the gold, by the way. I see it as somewhat of a way of buying back my time and also simultaneously protecting myself to the best of my ability from politicians and the poor decisions that the government tends to make. I see the silver and also the gold doing to politicians what garlic does to a vampire. It's almost like a repellent. And I like to use the silver and gold, obviously for financial defense. And right now, I don't think is a half bad time to double down on playing defense for a lot of people out there. My stage in the game right now, I'm playing more offense than defense, but I'm still playing defense regardless. You can't have offense without defense, just like you can't have defense without offense. So as I've explained in previous videos, my way of keeping up with my defense as I play offense is just by simply sticking to picking up a handful or 2 of Washington silver quarters anytime I get a chance to stop by the local coin shop. That is, quite honestly, all I have stacked for almost 2 years at this point, with the exception of a couple miscellaneous coins, rounds, or bars, but 99% of the time, over the last just about 2 years now, all I've really been picking up, constitutional. and even more specifically, pretty much all Washington silver quarters. That's really all I've been picking up. That's 100% all I've been picking up these last couple of months. So there aren't too many updates I can do regarding silver for me, because if I'm just picking up the same thing over and over again, it's pretty boring to talk about. There's not really a whole lot I can say. Oh, guess what? I got some more Washington quarters today, and then a couple weeks go by. Oh, some more Washington quarters. Imagine if I did that every time I got some more Washington quarters for months and months and months on end. Kind of boring. But the way I see it, boring a lot of the time is better. Boring a lot of the time is best. And that comes to stacking. That comes to investing. That's just how I see it. That's the way I'm doing things. I'm a contrarian. I'll stick to doing what everybody else is avoiding. And right now it seems like everybody, when it comes to silver at least, a lot of people are going after higher premium silver coins. I don't know if it's by choice or if their coin shop is just charging higher premiums or whatever the case may be. But I'm going after the lowest possible premium stuff, and that's just what I'm going to continue sticking to. And as of right now, the lowest premium silver I can get my hands on are constitutional 90% silver coins. And my local coin shop just happens to have far more Washington quarters than any other 90% silver coin. So that's just what I've been sticking to. That's what I will continue to stick to. That is what the game plan will continue to be until, of course, the day comes where the premium on something else lowers. I had made a video pretty recently talking about why I'm not worrying about pure silver anymore. I have no interest in pure silver anymore, and that's just simply because premiums on 90% is significantly lower. I can get a better bang for my buck on 90%, so why would I voluntarily go after something with a dramatically higher premium? Until that flip-flops, my game plan will remain the same. But at the end of the day, I'm more focused on offense right now. As I've been explaining for the last couple of weeks, there's really only so much I can say about that. Picking up Washington quarter after Washington quarter after Washington quarter. That's the strategy. Not much of an update, because nothing's really changing. But I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to the Russia and Ukraine situation, do you personally believe, or are you personally anticipating for what's going on over there to create even more of a supply chain issue for us right here in the US or whatever country you live in? Do you believe that it's going to lead to even higher inflation? Head on down to the comments and let me know. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. We got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs in a ton of different designs. We have the limited edition, luck has nothing to do with it, t-shirt and hoodie only available until St. Patrick's Day, and a portion of the proceeds are going to St. Baldrick's Foundation. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. I post vlogs every Saturday morning, and there are a ton of other perks as well. VIP Club link in the description. And of course, last but not least, don't forget to go and get your 2 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. They're going to give you 2 free random stocks just for doing so. And then if you refer 1 friend before the end of the month, they're going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel where you have the chance of winning a free share of Google stock, which is worth over $2,000 right now. And if you refer 3 friends before the end of the month, they're going to give you a guaranteed $150 worth of Apple stock. Those promos end this month. You only have 1 week left. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything going on right now and everything shared in this video? When it comes to the Russia and Ukraine situation, do you personally believe that it's going to lead to even higher inflation? Do you personally believe that it's going to lead to even more supply chain constraints? And then, of course, when it comes to the silver and the gold, between the 2 metals, which one are you focusing more of your attention on right now? The beautiful yellow metal or the beautiful white metal? For me personally, obviously going with silver. Where the gold to silver ratio is right now, it makes far more sense to me to stick to silver, but I'm going to keep it simple. It's nothing complicated. In fact, my way of stacking has been pretty much automated. I don't even have to think about it anymore. Stop by, grab some quarters, fork over some currency, walk out the door. Don't have to think about it, don't have to worry about it, don't have to do anything. That's my way of stacking. That's my way of maintaining my defense as I continue to play offense. But I'm curious, what is your strategy? What is your game plan right now? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.